Hello, viewers. Good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Uh, According to the time, I'm so sorry that we started very late. I had connection problem. Or so briefly, it's better we just do something small instead of not doing at all. The last lesson we had was related home, with home. But today we are going to what's related with school. Like I said, if you want to learn how to speak Yoruba very well, we need to learn different things in Yoruba way. School. What does Yoruba call school? Yoruba calls school ilé ìwé. That is, ìwé means book. Ilé means house. So when Yoruba is talking about Ilewe, it's saying house where school, where lesson is being held. Ileiwe, that is the house of book. That's where you learn academics. Now we said book, Iwe. Book is Iwe. Yoruba we talk about, before you say what related with school, you look at what do we call school, Ilewe. What do we call students? Akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Learners are called akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ in Yoruba language. What do we call teacher? We call teacher olùkọ́. 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 We call teacher olùkọ́. Then what do we call when you're having a class, a lecture? You said ìkọ́ni. Olùkọ́ mi ló ń bọ̀ yẹn. My teacher is coming. That is my teacher coming. Olùkọ́ mi ló ń bọ̀ yẹn. Akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni mí. I am a student. Akẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ni mí. I am going to school. Mò ń lọ ilé ìwé. Mò ń lọ ilé ìwé. I am going to school. Where is my book? Ìwé mi dà. Ìwé mi dà. Where is my ìwé? Where is my book? Ìwé mi dà. We're talking about exam. Yoruba is calling exam. We call exam ìdánwò. That's a test. We call test exam test. You can say ìdánwò ráńpẹ́. That is a small test, a small exam. We say ìdánwò ráńpẹ́. But the main exam is called ìdánwò. Ráńpẹ́ means little. That is when you do test, you said ìdánwò ráńpẹ́. That is little exam. Then when we talk about you go to school, at the end of the day, you graduated. Yoruba call graduation ìkàwé gboyè. Ìkàwé gboyè, something you've ended, you finished, and you've been awarded certification. That's the gboyè. Ìkàwé gboyè. Then student ID card. You as a student, you have an ID card. Yoruba calls it àmì ìdánimọ̀. Àmì means mark. Ìdánimọ̀, identity. That's mark of identity. That is ID, mark of identity. Okay, class. What do we call class in Yoruba? It is called ìyàrá ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ means lecture. Ìyàrá means room. The room where you receive lecture. Ìyàrá ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Ìyàrá ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́. The board you write, when you write on the board, we call it pátákó ìkọ̀wé. Ìkọ̀wé means you write and you write. An instrument you write on. Pátákó means the blank you write on. So pátákó ìkọ̀wé, that is board, board. Lecturer or teacher, olùkọ́. It seems we've mentioned that. Olùkọ́. What are those things we can see in the classroom again? Classmates. Classmate, your classmates. What do we call classmates? Ara, ara, ara. Ní ilé ẹ̀kọ́. That's your classmate. Ara nínú ilé. That means the people in your classroom. Àwọn tẹ́ ẹ jọ ń gba ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́, ọ̀rẹ́ ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́ tẹ́ ẹ jọ wà nínú kíláàsì. Class, yàrá ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́, but some people will say kíláàsì. That's is the bastardization of class. But the real meaning, the real thing Yoruba call class is ìyàrá ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́. We can get chairs in the classroom. Àga. Àga. We can get tables in the classroom. Okay? Tábìlì. Tábìlì, àga, tábìlì. We can see pen in the classroom. Gègé, gègé ìkọ̀wé. Pen in the classroom. This is a pen in the classroom. It's gègé ìkọ̀wé. So what else can we see in the classroom? We can see the window. We say that's fèrèsé. You remember we've talked about fèrèsé before? That is window. We can see door in the classroom or in the school. That's the door is called ilẹ̀kùn. What can we see? Field. We can see field in the classroom. In the school, rather. We can see field in the school. We can call field, Yoruba calls field, pápá ìṣeré. You know, what do we do on the field? We play. Pápá means extensive place, extensive land. Ìṣeré, playground. What again can we see in the school compound? Let's just recap all over again briefly. School, ilé ìwé or ilé ẹ̀kọ́. Book, ìwé. Student, akẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Teacher, olùkọ́. Class, yàrá ìdánilẹ́kọ̀ọ́. Board, pátákó ìkọ̀wé. Lecture, ìkọ́ni. Graduation, ìkàwégboyè. Exam, ìdánwò. Ìdánwò. Thank you very much for this. But before we go, let's quickly talk about ìwà ọmọlúwàbí. You know, every time we bring about this, we chip in what Yoruba stands for. We have some characteristics of ọmọlúwàbí. I've said it severally. Ọmọlúwàbí is a virtue that connotes what is expected of a typical Yoruba man or a woman. The character that a Yoruba man or a woman that can exhibit We make that everyone to know that this is Omoluwabi. That is a typical Yoruba person. Omoluwabi. Omoti Oluiwabi. That is a child that is nurtured, that is brought up by a virtuous person. Now we talk about morals. Iwa. Morals means Iwa. Yoruba believes that you must have good morals in everything you do. Ìwà rere lẹ̀ṣọ́ ènìyàn. That is, good morals is the beauty of human. So Yoruba believe in good morals. What are those morals that Yoruba believes in? Yoruba believes in unity and cooperation. Ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀. Ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀. Unity and cooperation. Yoruba believes that no society can progress, can succeed without cooperation. Cooperation means ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀. That means locking our hands together as a group. That is teamwork. There is an adage in Yoruba that always says, ọwọ́ ọmọdé ò tó pẹpẹ, tàgbàlagbà ò wọ́ kèrègbè. What does this mean? As a child's hands cannot reach the top of the shelf because the child's hand is short. It's not as tall as an adult. So when the child is stretching his or hands to the top of the maybe the shelf, the hands cannot reach the place. The same way, an adult's hand cannot enter into water bottle. Yoruba will call it kerigbe. Do you see that water bottle? A guard that has a small mouth. If a child is asked to put his or hands, the hands of that child can enter into it without force. Whereas, because of the hands of an adult that is very big, it will be too big to enter. What does this imply? There are some things you cannot do. There are some things I cannot do. There are some things you cannot do. But when you bring your expertise and I also bring mine, when we bring it together, we form a team and it will become formidable team. We'll be able to achieve an objective. That is what we call teamwork, that Yoruba believe in teamship. That is unity and cooperation. Another thing that Yorubas are known for is bravery. Bravery. Akínkanjú. A typical Yorubas is a brave person. We in the olden days we have a lot of people that have shown bravery in delivering their people from bondage, from slavery, from oppression. Like we talk about Moremi from Ileife. We talk about Lishabi from Abeokuta. Moremi is a female, while Lishabi is a man. The two of them, they actually work to the liberation of their people. So Yoruba talked about bravery. Akínkanjú. When you see that what is typical of a Yoruba sons and daughters, that when you see your people in bondage, you strive to liberate them. When you see your people suffering, you strive to liberate them. When you see your people being enslaved, you strive to liberate them. That is a future of Omoluabi. Bravery is part of the characteristic of Yorubas. We go there, we conquer, we we despise every form of slavery. We despise every form oppression, we despise every form of uh, whatsoever that will make people to be in bondage. We go there and set them free. That's a typical Omoluabi. Then in the olden days, in the time past, we have lots of people that are, they call them hunters, but we call them like military guards now. They are those people that are saddled with the responsibility of caring for their people in terms of their safety. Now, a lot of people are rising up, as the case may be, if anything happens to their people, even when they are not soldiers, when they are not hunters, they still rise up to fight for their people. That's one of the characteristics again of Omoluabi. Then we talk about the last one I'm going to mention now before we move is respect for elders. One of the critical Omoluabi features in Yoruba is respect. Ìbọ̀wọ̀ fún àgbà, respect for elders. What do we mean by respect for elders? I think that word has been misinterpreted in manifold. For the fact that Yorubas really adore respect. We respect our elders. Ìbọ̀wọ̀ fún àgbà. People that are ahead of us, we respect them. It could be if that you respect age, you respect achievement, you respect anything that makes them respectable, except in a legal way. But it has been misinterpreted in many ways. Some people just feel that Yoruba respect anybody. No, we respect elders that really place themselves in high esteem. Because Yorubas respect elders doesn't mean Yoruba respect chiefs. No, because Yoruba, as one of the features of Omoluabi, is hard work, trustworthiness, trustworthiness, openness. That's because if that should be one of the features of Omoluabi, why will Yoruba say they should respect thieves and rogues? No. So that's a misinterpretation. Yoruba respect elders that shows themselves as leaders, that has the leadership skill, that are very open, they are very honest, they say things the way it is, they make their money in a legitimate way. Let's talk about this. Yorubas are hard workers. It's one of the features. I've mentioned it before of Omoluabi, hard workers, not lazy. So when you're hardworking, Yorubas will respect you. When you are trustworthy, Yoruba will respect you. When you are humble, Yoruba will respect you. When you do things right, Yoruba will respect you. But if you are an elder and you are crook, Yoruba will disrespect you, despite you are elder. You can just be elder in age, but not elder in character, not Omoluabi features. Yoruba respect Omoluabi. Omoti Oluiwabi, a child that is brought up and nurtured by virtue. That is the meaning of Omoluabi. Thank you very much for tonight. I remain Oluwafolakemi. Thank you. We'll see you next week again. Bye.